Hey there, Byman here, and welcome back to another video. Today, we are talking about Sword Art Online. This is going to be my official review of seasons 1 and season 2. Sorry about that. I haven't done a video in a while. I'm really nervous. But I digress. I'm going to be doing these a little bit differently than usual. Like, usually I just go, oh, this is what happened, and this, then this, then this, and so on and so on, and, well, let's just say that's not exactly helping my channel. What I'm going to be doing is basically just giving a broad overview of what the story is about, who some of the characters are, and what I think of it. Let's start off with Season 1. Season 1, Part 1, or I guess you could say the first half, is called the Ironclad arc, and that's when a bunch of players sign into the game Sword Art Online, expect to have the time of their lives. Unfortunately for them, it is a death trap. The game was designed by Akihiko Kayaba, and it has trapped about 10,000 players. Granted, we're not going to get to see all 10,000, and within episodes 1 and 2, about 2,000 are going to die. But our main protagonist is Kirito. Kirito is going to wants to be free, so he declares that he's going to fight through all 100 floors. Basically, solo. Granted, he's not going to fight the bosses by himself, because that would just be suicidal. Like in any average MMO, there was a new boss, you wouldn't go and fight it by yourself. You would get like a party or a group to do it, learn the mechanics, and then keep doing it. But this is Ironclad, and once a boss floor has been defeated, I actually don't know if it re-pops up for the other players or not. I'm going to assume that it doesn't, just because, well, it would be a death trap if they kept popping back up. But let's continue. Along the way, Kirito meets a bunch of players. I'm not going to list all of them. I'm only going to list a few, or I should say a couple. There's Arsuna, Celica, Lisbeth, Sachi, Egil, Klein, Heathcliff, Devil. That's enough for now. That's enough for right now. Those are basically all the main big characters. Some of these characters make it, some of them don't. And each of these characters put a different perspective on Kirito on life. Klein, you could really say, was his first friend, so that's all I'm going to say at it. Oh, there's one more character I forgot that's very important to Kirito's character development, and that is Yui. I won't say who she is, but I guarantee it, you'll love her, and you'll have to watch the anime to figure out who she is. Eventually, Kirito's able to defeat the final boss and free all the players. Granted, he thinks he dies at the end because it's basically a double knockout. Eventually, he comes to and realizes, wait, I'm not dead. And then he eventually goes to find somebody who is very special to him who also died when he did, thinking that if he survived, maybe she survived. And that ends the first half of Season 1. The second half of Season 2 is called the Elfheim Online arc. This is not the best arc in the storyline. I would say just skip it, but there's about a character in there that you're going to need to know, and if you just skip to Season 2, it's going to be like, it's just going to be really confusing. So a new character we meet is called Lifa. She is somebody that Kirito meets in the new game Alfheim Online that he borrows from Egil because apparently that special someone of him is apparently trapped in that game somehow. So Kirito and Leafa go to this tower to save her, and a bunch of stuff happens. Some messed up stuff happens, so I will warn you there. Eventually Kirito beats the guy in charge, saves the girl. Eventually goes back to the real world, goes to the hospital where she is, and they're reunited. And it's all a happy ending. Then season 2 comes along. There's two halves to this as well. There's the GGO arc, or the Gun Gale Online. Basically, players have been dying in video games for real, like how they were in SAO. Basically, they're killed in the game and they're found dead in real life. So a government agency asks Kirito to investigate this, which he does. He finds out what's going on. He ends up finding a new character called Sinon, which I hope I didn't butcher her name. But she kind of has her own little issues that Kirito helps resolve. And it's also another happy ending, you could say. Then the second half of season 2. This is called the Mothers Rosario. This is all about the character that we meet called Yuki. Yuki is a bright young girl. She's very outgoing, very excited, very cheerful. I guess you could just say a delight. Unfortunately, Yuki does have some problems going on that unfortunately the game can't really solve this time. This does end up leading to a sad ending, but also the cliffhanger for season 3. In a way, I guess you could say. But I digress. Let's give my review of each arc individually. Aincrad arc, I would have to give a 4 out of 5 just because it feels kind of rushed. The Alfheim arc, I would have to give about a 3 out of 5 just because, well, there's some really good moments in there. The moments that are a little messed up kind of take away, so that's about a 3.5 so far. Look at the GGO arc, it's 4 out of 5 just because it feels kind of, when you first watch it, it kind of feels like it's being dragged. Like, well, they didn't exactly rush it like the last. The storyline's overall shorter, but they just dragged it out. So it's 4 out of 5. And then Mothers Rosario is gotta be a 5 out of 5. So just so emotional. If you don't cry, you're a monster. I'm sorry. So with that being an average of 4 out of 5, and then 3.5, so that's about Sword Art Online's overall season 1 and season 2. Ooh, sorry about that. Would be 4 out of 5 stars for the various reasons that I just said. But I should probably also say this: if you're new to the channel, hit the like button, click subscribe, turn on notifications, and meet me down in the comment section for these questions. Question 1. Have you seen SAO? Yes or no? Question 2. If question 1 is yes, did you like it? Yes or no? Question 3. And this is, if question 1 is a no, has this video helped you at all with wanting to watch SAO? Why or why not? This has been Byland, and I will be signing off. Sayonara.